So, Mr. Frank, the Liverpoolian, how do you just tell me how you feel first?
Well, I feel like a champion because Liverpool, that's all we feel like. We are always the champion. So I feel very great. I knew today's game was not going to go any other way, but it's going to be a win for us. So I feel very great. Very, very Olympic today.
Wow, congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Yeah. So, but the gameplay from the first half to the second half, was there confidence from your own side? You watching the game, what did you see from your players' performance?
Well, today we were very, very cautious, I must admit. The coach and the players, they were playing very safe. They were gave too much respect to the Arsenal team, considering that they are the runner-ups from last year. So I feel they gave them too much respect because if you look at the game from the first half and the second half, even in the first half, we only had one clear-cut chance where Van Dijk was supposed to shoot at the goal and instead he decided to pass and they intercepted the pass. So looking at the game, you will notice that Liverpool paid too much respect to Arsenal. That's just it. That's how it goes.
Do you think with the times you guys have played with Arsenal, you guys have played for the past how many years in Anfield, which I know Arsenal has not even won any match in Anfield for some years now. So do you think Liverpool actually was respecting Arsenal? Is there any reason for that?
Well, there's a no-brainer to your question because Arsenal has not won in Anfield for the last 13 years. And I knew it was never going to change today. But the truth of the matter is, Arsenal is a very good team. We must give that to them. And with the new signings they have, they looked very dangerous. I feel that was the reason why the coach, as Aaron Slot, took precautions. If you look at that game, the game was not filled with chances. In fact, if before the game, I would have said that the game would have been a whirlpool of goals where the two teams will be scoring head to head. But unfortunately, the both coaches paid too much respect to each other, and that hindered the chances in that game, made it very slim. And because one goal performance in this game is kind of poor. If you're looking at the high scoring teams that both of them are, it's a poor outing.
Okay, so what do you have to say about Mo Salah's performance? Like, be sincere. What do you think about Mo Salah's performance from beginning to the end of the match?
Well, today, I think Mo Salah was given a man marking because if you notice the game, he couldn't make his runs. And Arsenal did a very, very fantastic tactical job to make sure that Mo Salah was not fed the ball to run with the ball because Mo Salah is very dangerous when he's running with the ball. So they made sure that he was not able to run with the ball today. That was it. Arsenal was Arteta. Kudos to Arteta because he made sure that his man was always on his neck and there was no space for him to make any brilliant run on the game today.
Okay, okay. I actually watched the game with you, and I was so impressed with one defender, especially in the first half. One defender in that Liverpool team. And I guess you should know the defender. He's not the one that had the injury, but there was one guy that was marking this guy, Madueke. What do you think about that guy's performance?
Well, I think you're speaking in the person of Kekas.
Yes.
Yes. He was very fantastic, and there's no doubt he's a good signing for Liverpool. But the truth of the matter is, Kekas did not do the job alone. It was a collective effort to also put Arsenal at bay, to remove them from tapping their usual tapping into our 18. Arsenal was not able to do that. But kudos to Kekas because he did a very good job. He did a very good job to keep Arsenal attackers at bay. He did a very good job. Fantastic. Kudos to him.
Okay, okay. So from this match now, what do you think? Because you guys, your Kanote also picked up an injury, before the match ended. So how do you feel the rest of the match? Liverpool will have. How do you feel it's going to be? What do you think the formation will be like? Who is going to replace Kanote if the injury is that serious?
Well, we have Gomez on the bench, and I think Gomez is a very good replacement for Kanute because he has been in Anfield for a while and he knows the atmosphere. And I believe he's also a player of good quality, and he will step up to the plate. But the truth of the matter, going forward, Liverpool has to act carefully because Arsenal is just one game, and I could see that we could not dominate the game in respect of our attack because Arsenal has the best attack in the Premier League. But I feel that Gomez will be very good to replace Kanute when in response to your question. Gomez will do very good.
Okay. Were you impressed with Ekitike today throughout the game? Were you impressed?
Well, I would say no, but not fault him entirely because if you look at both teams, their strikers were not impressive. Even Gyökeres was not impressive. All the front men of the both ends were not impressive because, like I said, all men were behind the ball from both ends, from Liverpool to Arsenal. Both teams were all men behind the ball. All men fell behind the ball, so there was no moment of spark in that whole game.
Okay, so okay, we are almost through. Tell me how you feel about that goal, that free kick, that goal. How did you feel about that free kick?
Well, not to say much. That free kick was spectacular. As in, it's a goal of a lifetime. In fact, you might not see any free kick better than this in the whole of this 38 games because the free kick was on point. It was very much on point, and it was just that moment that Liverpool had in the whole 90 minutes. That moment, and the free kick was. In fact, I was dumbfounded. I was speechless. I was so filled with joy because the free kick was world class. It's iconic.
Okay, so let's conclude. Now, from your own observation, about the match, as a sincere Liverpool fan, will you say the best team won, or Liverpool just won based on, okay, they had a chance, free kick? Like, what do you think? How can you rate the win? Will you say Liverpool was the better team, and they finally won the match?
Okay. In response to your question, my expectations were not met, honestly speaking, because I thought this was going to be a thriller where both teams would be scoring, and the best team would outscore the other. But honestly speaking, the goal was fantastic. I applaud the player, Szoboszlai. I applaud him for that goal. I really, really do applaud him because that goal gave us the 3 points, which is very, very important. But going forward into the next games, I feel Liverpool should pick up the slack because the game was not up to expectations. Honestly, I must say.
Okay, well, the most important thing is that you guys went away with 3 points, with a win. And I will say congratulations for that. It's not about, at the end of the day, 3 points matters a lot. So congratulations, Mr. Frank. And I hope we see next week when you guys play again, hoping for another 3 points.
Thank you very much for yourself.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.